Hello and welcome to Cutting Words. I'm Brad Thompson, and today Wizards of the Coast ran a rules panel covering the 2024 changes to the game, formerly 1D&D. The Unearthed Arcana Exploring the Rules panel ran at Gen Con in Indianapolis in the US of A. And it announced a few details about that, and it's been tweets. And so I've got Ted from Nerd Immersion, who was on the ground, in the field, as it were, at Gen Con, and reporting on that. So I've got the tweets and just quickly go over what was covered. All right, here we go. All right, we got Twitter, or X, or what we're calling it now, up. And yes, this is what Ted's posted. So first we got a shot of the slideshow they had going on during the presentation with Chris Perkins and Jeremy Crawford there on the panel. And they basically playtest articles, so 1 through 5, being player handbook experiments. So all those earlier playtest material where they really kind of push the envelope with trying out weird and wonderful things. Those were the first 5 playtests. 6 through 9, so we've had playtest 6 just recently, and so we'd expect a bunch more, all up to 9. So 7, 8, 9 still to come. We play as handbook refinements, so refining kind of what we learned from the experiments, and just kind of looking back at the 2014 rulebook and making revisions to that. And then articles 10 and upwards, so 10 plus, will be the Dungeon Master's Guide finally, and the Monster Manual playtests. So that's what to expect there. Alright, see here. In the process of trying to find things they're missing from 2014, the weapon mastery came from this. It will 100% be in the 2024 books. So basically it's confirmed that, yep, definitely weapon mastery is here to stay. It's unfortunate. I don't really like weapon mastery, but I guess I'll learn to get used to it. I hope they at least nerf topple or something. Have less spammy saving throws with it at the very least, please. Article 10 plus will be refinement for the DMG and Monster Manual. Over 500,000 people have downloaded the UA articles. Oh, wonderful. Let's see. Ted goes on to say a notebook is coming around to ask questions. Sure. Okay. Oh, I have to kind of goals. So another screen grab here. So introducing new rules, optimizing the best elements, and turn the unsatisfactory into satisfactory. So we've got some satisfactory percentages here for the subclasses. We're turning Berserker from 29% satisfactory to 22 survey to 84% in 2023. So Champion, I suppose Champion fire is so low. Champion is solid as. Boring, but really good. Ranger, 24/7% to 83%. Fair enough. Hunter subclass, I'm surprised that's highly rated, but sure. Sorcerer. I suppose Sorcerer's not higher. Oh. Okay. Once again, reiterate symmetric of 70% satisfaction that doesn't need massive changes. Not surprised to see the Hunter just hovering above that. Fair enough. Character options reborn. What have we got here? New weapon mastery system. New background system, new subclasses, feats, and spells, optimized classes, spells, and more, new art, organization, and reference. They played with weapon mastery a lot internally and loved it, so they released it to us in playtest because we all liked it. It's a gross over-exaggeration. It's making it into 2024. There may still be some refinement, I hope so, of the weapon mastery subsystem in the coming months. New background system will be moving into 24 rulebooks as well. Yeah, the background feats, all the feats. If the overall feedback for an option or feature is we like the 2014 version better, they'll leave that alone and print the 2014 version. Okay. It's always hard to judge feedback though, all these surveys and who actually fills in the surveys and all that. But how will you do? There will be art for each class and subclass. There will be more guidance in the PHP for building character, expanding rules glossary and index. They have once again confirmed that it will work with all 2014 adventures and settings, etc. Sure. James Wyatt is co-leading the 2024 DMG with Chris Perkins. So Dungeon Master's Guide, DM Tools Reforged, new how-tos on running the game, ready-to-use campaign setting, new Bastion System, new encounter building rules, new maps, art, and organization. The DMG will be more of a how-to guide, more accessible to new DMs, but also have tips and tools for all DMs. Once again, confirming more show, less tell. There's a campaign model in the DMG to show how to design your own campaign. There'll also be a campaign setting poster map in the back of the DMG as well. There will also be new content like the Bastion System, aka player strongholds. These are designed to work with 5e, will allow players to build a home base safe space. As the players become more powerful, you can upgrade it. Some upgrades are cosmetic, some facilities can do things while you're adventuring. They come with in-game benefits like starting a guild, build a ship, recruit soldiers. The Bastion System will be rolled out in UA either end of this year or early next year. Could be a stronghold, wizard tower, sanctuary, etc. These will help facilitate your ability to use downtime activity rules. You want to buy or sell a magic item, for example, but if you have the right facility in your Bastion, that happens while you're actively adventuring. Okay. New encounter building rules we will build on that was released in Xanathar's. Many more ready-to-use maps for all occasions in DMG. There will also be a series of handouts which will be available digitally. Who help the DM build supplements, distribute magic items, etc. There's new art there. Once again, the font size will increase in the books. Turns out the core rule books currently in 2014 have a smaller font than any other 5e book. Yeah. I'm gonna have to, after this, maybe go check my books and compare that. More spells will be illustrated in the PHB. You have more art. All the art. There's room for all this art. Of the art of the iconic wizards with named spells in the PHB. More art of villains in the DMG. Baba Yaga, Vengar, etc. Jeremy is co-leading this book with Wes Schneider. There will be over 500 monsters in this book. So Monster Manual creatures reimaged. So over 500 monsters, new high CR monsters, new NBC groups, monsters optimized for fun and challenge, new art, organization, and reference. Once again, reiterating, there will be more CR 20 plus monsters. Thank goodness, there's not that many of them. For more monster types, i.e. the 20 plus ooze, blob of annihilation. It's so big, it can dissolve an entire town. It can dissolve the Tarask. Elemental Juggernaut, CR 20 plus hag as well. Ooh, super hag. Creating a lich family similar to the dragons. So it'll be liches of various CRs, so you can include them in campaigns of lower level. A wizard who has become just a lich. Same with vampire familiar, lower than a vampire spawn. Also vampire lord, they're stronger than the vampire. Same idea for the NPCs, more NPCs of various CRs, but also new NPC types. Performers, for example, returning monsters are being optimized and updated, so monsters you've fought before might be different or have new skills. They want to make blander monsters more spicy. If there's an existing monster with a lot of spice, they won't remove it, but they want to be more optimized, aka less walls of text, and hopefully less forgetting their monster has certain features. New Black Dragon art. Monsters will be alphabetized, i.e. no Galactic Atlas cube under O, or ooze is under G. Now we've moved on to the QA portion. There's some more art. We expect more support for the exploration pillar. Bring forward what's in the current DMG and expand on it. They want to add more tools, but don't want to overcomplicate it and bog the game down. Okay. We'll see more things like the influence action. Influence action. There will be an internal discussion about the new wilderness survival approach after Gen Con. They had a very mechanically heavy exploration system, but it was so mechanically heavy they had to cut it. Question about compatibility on the player side of things. Yes, it will work like with things like Xanathar's or Tasha's. You will not need an external compatibility guide as explained in the 2024 book. If you play with a 2014 class, you have to use 2014 subclasses. What about compatibility with an OGL SRD in the Creative Commons? Will the 2024 rules be added? Yes, it will be. Updates will be made to the SRD accordingly. I'll try and get more details on this. What's your favorite thing that you've playtested in the 2024 UA? Chris and Jeremy, weapon mastery. All right. I guess I'm going to have to learn to love weapon mastery. There will be adjustments to spells to balance them, similar to what we've seen in the UA. The spells will be adjusted to fit their level, maybe more damage. Maybe it goes to a bonus action from an action. Some spells may be adjusted the other way to rein them in and not be disruptive. Also more named wizard spells. A question about kingdom building. Could the Bastion system do that? It's expandable, but not designed to build to that level. You might see more Bastion expansions in the future. There'll be some new weapon options in the PHB, and we might see more weapons in future books. The weapon mastery system helps lead to more variety. We might see other weapon masteries in the future as well. What's your favorite setting player DM in? Both Chris and Jeremy say Planescape. Chris also likes donuts apparently. If you grapple a Gladius Cube, do you take damage? Not if you use tongs. Use tongs, okay. Lots of silly questions here. You'll once again confirms that the feedback has been taken into account. 3 members of the team read through the comments and the UA feedback. And the panel is over. Thank you, Ted from Nerd Immersion, for that coverage of the panel. For Gen Con is awfully far away, like the other side of the world to me. Very far. I'd love to be there, but not today, unfortunately. So thank you, Ted, for that coverage there. So yeah, some interesting little insights there into upcoming playtest releases for the 2024 Player's Handbook, DMG, and Monster Manual. Very exciting to see, yeah, what they come up with next. I'm sure the next playtest packet, playtest 7, is just around the corner. So, until next time, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these videos that come out on the regular. We're so close to 700 subscribers. A great number to hit. Great little bracket to reach. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Brad Thompson, and this has been Cutting Words. Happy gaming, and see ya.